Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we could be reacting to
Unpopular K-pop opinions, because I-DLE plagiarized Seulgi and TXT copied Taemin and everybody else copied everybody else.
4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh.
1. The plagiarism accusations against I-DLE and TXT are giving grasping at straws energy. Not everything with a fur coat and mood lighting is a copyright crime. The internet needs to stop yelling plagiarism every time two artists breathe in the same direction. Let's break this all the way down,
Yeah.
starting with I-DLE. The accusation that Minnie's blue fur jacket, wavy hair, heels, and bold makeup somehow steal from Seulgi's accidentally on purpose is shallow at best and
I
creatively
mean, when they
bankrupt
put it together like that,
But that's the thing, they do this on purpose. They like picking and choosing what to like. You take like a minute long video, you find out 5 seconds that match, and like, oh, it's plagiarism. Take the whole minute,
in
compare
one
a
video
minute.
though.
Okay, but come on, what is the same? There's a similar blue fur coat in 4 different frames, right? It's just the same
And
coat.
honestly, the stylists, they can find similar outfits. They're inspired for what's
Yeah,
going on
but
in
it's
that
just we're
season.
basically there's the same code that we're looking here, right?
Okay.
And then there's the green light.
Now, why
That's it.
Wicked inspired? I don't know.
That's it. Like
Okay.
it's so like similar code. Okay, I'll give you that similar code, but so what? Maybe it's the same designer. So are you trying to say, oh, the same designers cannot sell the same code twice?
that. Worst. Fur coats? In a winter or moody concept? Groundbreaking. Dark hair and bold makeup? Oh wow, how original. For literally 70% of female idols post 2010, the soft grunge label being used as evidence is laughable. That aesthetic has been floating around since Tumblr's heyday in 2013. Seulgi didn't invent it, she participated in it. You can't gatekeep a genre that's been done to death in Western pop, high fashion, and K-pop alike. That green lighting shot? It's green light. Unless Seulgi trademarked the color green and moody studio lights, this evidence is fluff. The entire K-pop industry survives on shared aesthetics, shared visual language, mood lighting, fur,
Also,
leather,
I
neon.
would be curious to know how many set directors and designers are available. Because if you want good quality work, you probably go to a person, and that's
possible, yeah.
probably their
It's
signature.
possible that there's no a select few people that are really good at it, and you just go to the select few people, and that's what you get. Similar work.
Neon, cars, mirrors, mannequins, hands covering faces. It's
Also, that raises a point. Does the design belong to the group that, participated in, or the designer that made it?
The designer.
Then if he or she makes it the same for another person, then it's their work.
the pool everyone's been swimming in for years.
I think
you
remember
can't
this issue was brought up
Yeah, I
for
remember.
Jennie's Zen.
I remember for something
And,
it was
yeah,
brought up, yeah.
and they said that well,
Oh,
that's the
XG and
design.
Zen and
Yeah, that's just the set designer's like concept. That's what he does.
pick and choose when it's inspiration and when it's plagiarism based on your bias list. Now let's talk Soyeon. People are pointing fingers because she's near a car, inside a car, and wearing a pink scarf. Be for real, a car and pink fur are not intellectual property. That's not
Yeah,
plagiarism.
this is reaching for right here is definitely reaching. This is nothing alike. At least I mean it's small, okay, so it's hard, but I do know. At least that blue fur coat looked kinda similar here. It's not even the clothing; it's the fur is different. One is like brighter pink, the other is more like pink gold. It seems like. Nah.
Plagiarism. That's a concept shoot. If the standard is that low, then half of K-pop owes Britney Spears an apology for toxic. And every boy group should be sued for standing in abandoned warehouses. And don't even get me started on the TXT versus Taemin drama. Yes, there's a move where they lift their shirts and show abs. You mean the same move that's been used in male idol choreo since first gen? Taemin's guilty choreo.
One of the comments say it's not a heartbeat action he's doing. It's like going more closer to his mouth. It's just like little technical details.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Is sexy and iconic, but it didn't invent sensual movement. And the concept teaser similarities? You mean biting fruits and standing by a pool? Taemin is a legend, but he didn't single-handedly patent moodiness. Everyone in the industry feeds off the same global fashion, photography, and artistic references. Here's the truth no one wants to say out loud. K-pop is inherently derivative. It builds on itself, it cycles, it recycles, it samples. Half the time these concepts come
And to be fair, it's not just K-pop, pop in the West also samples, recycles. It's like, the song comes out 10 years later, somebody sample. Like right now, you guys, a lot of you probably, when you hear, I don't know, like NLE Chopper's version of Hot in Here, right? Y'all think, oh, this is Beat the School. Well, to us, we grew up with Nelly doing Hot in Here. That was just way better, by the way, than NLE Chopper. So
That's another example that was
there's a lot.
good.
Nicki, Megan
Like
sampled
it's crazy
something.
when it goes like through
It's
three cycles.
it's for us. We're approaching that age, I guess, where our childhood music that we listened to is now being sampled, and the new artists making samples of their own. And oftentimes it's horrible. Like it's a knockoff. There's a couple times where they did justice to the beat. But a lot of the times it's just not as good as the original.
From Western editorials, cinematic stills, runway looks, or pop art, you're not watching some hyper-original cultural movement.
Ava Max it whenever. Oh, that's horrible too. Shakira is way better.
You're watching polished repackaging. That doesn't mean it's worthless. It means it's collaborative and referential. So unless you've got exact one-to-one recreations with identical framing, composition, outfits, poses, and lighting, miss me with the weak plagiarism narrative. What's actually happening here is some fans seeing their faves vibes being echoed and immediately clutching their pearls. Not because it's real theft, but because they think it threatens their faves' uniqueness. Newsflash. No one's aesthetic is immune to influence. If we called everything that looks similar plagiarism, 90% of K-pop would be cancelled. Let's not turn every comeback into a courtroom drama just because we're bored on Twitter. 2. Y'all are taking Cat's Eye way too seriously. After Gnarly dropped, the girls went live. Lara even said, I know it's jarring, but it's so cool. Then Manon snatched the phone and hit that viral meme. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, get the F away from us. But the way fans reacted is wild. People really out here expecting these girls to drag their own song mid-promo?
They even, throughout their promotion on TikTok, they use Nicki Minaj's voice sound, and it says, "Oh, you're not gonna get it on the first try. It takes a few listens, and then you'll get it." Okay, so they're already kind of aware that this song is gonna start a lot of commotion, a lot of conversation, which is good. Oh, and I think it's working in their favor because they're delivering. But it's interesting how the internet is not letting it go in the sense that, oh, what is this? Oh, what is this sound? They're still, I would say, still a new group, so they're still like establishing themselves. So I don't know why they're so critical on this group. It's like they want to break them and kind of break them down to zero and then say, okay, now succeed.
Well, so first of all, they dropped it like on Wednesday, right? Which is kind of weird day to drop, because we're gonna react to Billboard today, which is they only have 2 days worth of streaming. I really highly doubt they're gonna make the Billboard
Last time
list.
I checked, it was a lot. They had a lot of streams.
Well, we'll see if they actually make at least the bubbling based on the 2
million.
days. If they manage to make bubbling in 2 days, that's big. But when I say that to say that they have 2 days this last week, right? Because it was like the biggest hype, and then after that, the whole week it's kind of falling off already.
Their song
It's gonna be
is
hard for them
doing
to make Billboard.
better than Lordi.
Lordi was 10 in UK.
I saw based on YouTube Music, the stats.
I don't know. Lordi was at number 10 in UK, which is shocking. I didn't think the song was all that, so I was shocked by that. But I will see if they actually
They were on trending on YouTube Music.
If they chart, then they did the job. If they kind of the numbers don't support them, then they flopped. It's hard for me to really. The song, not for me. I tried listening to it. I not really. Do you like it?
I love it.
Yeah.
I got it on the first listen.
Not for me, but if they do numbers, then they speak for themselves. That's
I showed you something interesting yesterday, guys. I don't know if you're aware of this. What is this called? It was MR, or what was it called? It was like MR.
Oh, MR removed. So on TikTok,
MR
she showed me MR removed, and Casa sounded horrible.
I didn't think they sounded horrible. I just think that
they were screaming.
They were not screaming. I would say like
legit.
Yes, had a lot of power in what they were saying. But what is that?
But what is that like a real thing, or is it fake news?
Because then I look at Le Seraphim, I look at BTS, I look at everybody's, because it's a thing.
And to be fair, we saw Le Seraphim. Le Seraphim sounded decent for how much flag they're getting. Their MR move was decent. But is it like, because I don't know if it's like a real thing or if there's like some sort of AI shit that they just put on. So let us know.
Do y'all also walk into your job meetings like, yeah, this project I've been slaving over? Absolute garbage. Let me trash it in front of the CEO real quick. No? Then why the heck would they? The mental gymnastics to demand self-sabotage is hilarious. And Manon quoting a meme? Oh, the horror. The scandal. How dare she not collapse into a puddle of tears because some randos on Twitter said the song is trash. Get a grip. Music is subjective. Some bops hit. Some flops miss. That's life. But the way some of y'all are demanding a televised apology tour like she slapped your grandma? This girl could never get a break. She's not here to cater to your poor social ego. She's interacting with fans the way normal people do. Sarcastic, chaotic, and real. Y'all beg for authenticity until you get it. Then suddenly it's unprofessional because she's insulting fans. No, she's not. She's calling out the racist trolls dragging her on Twitter for not being black enough. 3. Stop shaming Jennie for her revealing outfits. Stop policing women's bodies like they're public property. Jennie steps out in something daring and suddenly the morality police emerge from their musty basements to scream scandal like it's the Victorian era. Babe, it's 2025.
Once again, we need context. At least show the outfit, what we're talking about, because here this outfit is not daring.
Catch up or shut up. The selective outrage is hilarious. Male idols can strut around shirtless, drenched in sweat, grinding
Is
on.
this about Met Gala outfit? Was
Her
her
Met
outfit
Gala,
daring?
no, her Met Gala outfit wasn't revealing.
So what?
It was like a dress with a suit under, and the designer was Chanel. She looked very nice. She looked the best out of everyone in Blackpink.
So I don't. We need context.
On stage and it's yes king, free the nipple. But the second Jennie or Lisa wears a sheer top or a short skirt, it's this isn't classy. Since when is a grown
I
woman
think
owning her?
I would have thought, okay, maybe Lisa, because her outfit for Met Gala, she wore like a bodysuit and Louis Vuitton tights, and it was a little bit controversial because on the bodysuit, in like in her
Yeah,
private
Rosa
area, the
Parks was on
Rosa
her
Parks,
coochie.
yeah, Rosa
Yeah.
Parks was on her coochie, so that was like, what were you thinking with that? But when it came to Jennie, she had the best look.
Her sexuality a crime. If you're that worried about influencing the youth, maybe direct your energy toward actual issues instead of clutching your pearls over a freaking outfit. Confidence isn't contagious, but misogyny sure is. And but she didn't dress like this before a crowd. People evolve. Shocking, I know. Maybe she wants to experiment. Maybe she likes the style. Or maybe, just maybe it's none of your business. The audacity of y'all thinking you own her wardrobe choices is next level entitlement. At the end of the day, Jennie doesn't owe anyone modesty. If you don't like the outfit, scroll. If it's that offensive to your delicate sensibilities, maybe you're the one with the problem, not her. 4. Starship's debut planned survival show finally crawled to the finish line. And now 8 members have been picked to debut under the name I-DLE, which feels like a budget-conscious nod to
I-DLE.
But hold on, because Triple S's brother group is rolling in with the name I-DNTT, and at this point, I'm convinced these people are just smashing keyboards and calling it branding.
They are. They are. It's ridiculous.
The real joke? Starship is a subsidiary of Kakao, and Kakao is a big investor in Triple S's label Modhouse, so they knew the names were copy-paste adjacent and couldn't care less. This cryptic alphabet soup naming trend is going to be the death of me. We also have
one is I did and there's I didn't.
a couple of minors in the lineup as expected.
I know they mean identity, but it's looked like I didn't.
And the actual show was a hot mess as well. Not a single decision felt earned. The editing was manipulative beyond belief, and the final lineup reeked of boardroom bias and last-minute oh wait. Let's just add an 8th member for Vibes Energy. Like, what was even the point of the voting? Trainees who tanked in the rankings magically made it in, and the ones who carried the whole narrative on their backs for weeks got benched. Make it make sense. And then there's Kim Ji-young. God, where do I even begin? The way Starship just chewed him up and spat him out on national TV is downright sickening. He's been rotting in that dungeon for 6 years waiting for his moment. They plastered his face across every promo, gave him all the screen time, made him the board's pick last week, included him in the Cravity documentary, and then just dropped him at the last second. He even said this is his last chance since he's 21. And the hate he's getting? Completely unhinged. People dragging him for being pushed like he was the one behind the camera yelling cut. More close-ups on me. Trainees don't edit their own footage, you clowns. He didn't ask to be the poster boy just to be humiliated in the finale. The backlash isn't just misdirected, it's pathetic. If you've got smoke, aim it at the adults making the decisions, not the kid who's been trying to debut since before your fave hit puberty. Oh, and let's not ignore the cherry on top, Starship's big global group gimmick. What global group, babes? The only thing global was the disappointment. They threw in foreign trainees as diversity hires for optics, then dumped every single one of them. This wasn't about inclusion, it was about optics. You can't slap global on a show. Throw in a few foreigners for aesthetics and then axe them all when the real decisions start happening. That's not representation. That's bait and switch exploitation. Let me know in the comments if you want me to elaborate more on all the things that went wrong with this show. 5. 50-50.
I mean, you can elaborate, but I like to see like some context, not just, because I don't. We're talking about it without actually seeing visuals or like, small snippets. It's kind of pointless.
Comeback EP has passed 100,000 sales. From a group that barely cleared 12K before, now this is the kind of underdog chaos I live for. We all thought they were down for the count, but they just rose from the ashes with
especially nowadays.
100K is a lot, yeah.
The flex.
I mean, I don't know if it's a lot in K-pop, because K-pop, they actually do buy. In the West, 100K would be solid. Like nowadays, it's decent, yeah.
I would say it's a lot given that we have like 4 new members, or 4 new members.
It's in the West, this would be solid, yeah. Like on a Billboard, a Hot 200 albums, probably 2nd or 3rd spot.
No one saw coming. And let's talk about that supply issue. Because when was the last time you heard of demand catching the company with its pants down? Attract clearly didn't expect this kind of surge, and now they're scrambling to reprint like it's Black Friday in K-pop land.
Wow,
Emails flying, shops restocking, Fans storming every physical store like it's a scavenger hunt. This is what organic buzz looks like. Well, kinda, since nothing is really organic anymore. The album being sold out across Korean stores and international pre-orders stuck in shipping limbo? That's a good problem to have. It means demand exceeded the blueprint. Who knew a tract after all that PR mess would be dealing with the sweet stress of
I don't know. Doesn't show up high on Billboard. Unless it's like next week or but for last week, it does not show up. Number one is Ghost actually.
Ghost?
Keleta. Yeah, remember Ghost from Sweden, the group with the mask, painted mask? Doesn't say how many. Doesn't say how many sales. Then second is SZA, Kendrick, Morgan Wallen, Sabrina. Yeah, so it's old albums. They're not selling that much. So technically, this should be high result even in Billboard.
Well, they were not even expecting. They didn't have more than 100K copies ready to go.
But why Billboard isn't? Why isn't it on Billboard?
I don't know.
Makes me question the legitimacy of
The
it.
numbers?
Yeah. Maybe this is fake news. I don't know.
Oops, were too successful? If they had printed more, they could have easily pushed even higher first week numbers. 6. Super Junior Sunman has left SM after 20 years, and
Damn, everybody leaving SM nowadays, huh?
honestly, about time. The man's been exiled since 2014 when he committed the ultimate sin in K-pop, getting married. The fans threw their usual parasocial tantrum, and instead of having his back, SM folded like wet paper. They tossed him in the dungeon and swallowed the key. Super Junior kept rolling with comebacks, subunits, variety shows, you name it, while Sungmin was just ghosted, still technically a member but banned from everything group-related. His solo ventures? Barely a whisper. Even when he dropped his Trot debut in 2023, SM gave it no promo. And don't even get me started on that SM Town 2025 situation. He asked to perform and got hit with the excuse you're not in a group. Girl, he was still under contract as a Super Junior member. So which is it? Was he in or not? Oh right, SM doesn't do consistency. They do gaslighting with a paycheck. The final slap in the face came back in 2019. Kyuhyun returned from the military and SM proudly screamed about Super Junior being complete again. No mention of Sungmin, no seat at the table, just vibes and passive aggression. So here we are, 10 years after his career got hijacked by entitled fans and cowardly management, and Sungmin's finally free, moving to a trot-focused label. 7. We've got an update on TRI-B. After their company went bankrupt, hopes for another label picking them up were slim due to low numbers. On May 2nd, their bubble account announced it'll shut down permanently on May 30th. A clear sign of disbandment.
Wow.
One member even posted a goodbye message, thanking fans and asking them to attend an upcoming event as a final farewell. I didn't really follow the group, but I knew of them since Ali from EXID was one of their producers.
So
they had one of the strongest dance lines in 4th gen. Just look at this fan cam. I also loved the Latin influences in their early comebacks.
Yeah.
It really made them stand out. Sadly, they never took off. They debuted around the same time as Stacy, yet look where each group is now. Wishing the girls the best in whatever comes next.
It's tough business. This is what it is.
Wow.
It is what it is.
Guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord. And as always, share as much kindness as possible.